Have you ever heard that phrase, can't see the forest for the trees? Well, that phrase refers to when someone is so caught up in doing the daily activities that they miss the whole picture. Now, in today's video, I want to share a quick illustration of how this happened to a business owner that I've worked with and how we were able to, in just a 6 months time frame, add an additional $317,000 to that business without bringing on any new customers or clients at all and without spending any advertising budget. So the phrase that I just shared with you, I think it happens to all of us in all walks of life, but it particularly happens to business owners because at the end of the day, we are in business to do that business that we're an expert in. We're not in business necessarily to have a full understanding of the entire business and how it should operate. But I think the challenge that we'll find oftentimes for business owners is their number one default to growing the business and consistently driving new sales is to go and find new customers. Now that can be really difficult, and it's getting more difficult with advertising spends increasing, when you're using Facebook ads or Google ads, LinkedIn ads, direct mail, the cost is driving up. And at the end of the day, there's more people flooding the marketplace and they're going for the same customers and clients that you are. So how do we get around that? How do we get around the rising costs and the rising competition? Well, one of the ways is to look at the business from a very different perspective. So this is what we did with a business owner who'd been in business around 4 years. They had a very strong e-commerce business and it was, growing. The challenge they had was when they started the business, they started using one form of marketing that worked exceptionally well. And to be quite honest, they used this one form of marketing and it probably drove 90% of their sales. Now, fast forward 4 years, the business is growing, but there's something happening. The form of marketing that they first started using is starting to drop off. They're getting now organic sales that are coming in from people just finding them on the internet, but the original form of direct response marketing is currently not working. It's not performing in the same way it used to. So they're starting to get worried because they can see that this could end up really stunting the business. And actually, if they haven't got another way to grow this business, then it's going to actually kill the business eventually. So one of the things we did is we looked at the business and we said, well, what else do you have? What else is going on in there? What other assets do you have to the business that you're not currently utilizing? What we identified is that in this business, they had literally hundreds of thousands of customers come through the business. What typically would happen as well is those customers only bought the one time. And the other thing that was a real surprise to us, but wasn't actually that surprising considering, I think this is something that a lot of business owners struggle with, was that this business owner had never communicated with those past customers since they first bought. So what we did is very simply go back to the email database and we started to engage with those past customers. And we slowly engaged with them to a point where some of those customers then started to engage back. They subscribed to a new email database we set up and they would open the emails and they would read our emails. And then we started to make offers to those past customers and they started to buy new products. So fast forward 6 months later and we've generated an additional $317,000 with no advertising spend and without bringing on any new customers. So let me just ask you something. Where in your business are you missing a gold mine of new revenue that you're unable to see at the moment because I suppose your eyes are blinded to the things that are right in front of you? Then the question will probably be, you don't know. You haven't got an understanding of those things because you can't see it. It's almost like invisible in plain sight. It's there, but you're just missing it because you're so focused on doing the daily things to make the business operate that you're unable to invest that time and energy to go and figure out what else could be done to grow that business. Now, the one example that I've given you today in this video is just one example of probably hundreds of different strategies and tactics and campaigns that we can run in order to revive past customers, in order to increase your profitability in the business, in order to grow sales, in order to create new markets in different countries, different jurisdictions. And the thing is, we're not, as business owners, you're not expected to be the expert in all areas of the business. Primarily, I think it's really important to be very good at a few areas, but it's equally as important then to know when to outsource and bring in help and expertise for the areas that you're not an expert in. So what I want to do with this video is I want to call you to take some action. If I were to give you an opportunity to look at your business and for me to come from an outside perspective, to look at all the things that you're doing currently in your business and to pinpoint areas which are currently underutilized, undercapitalized, under-resourced, and you're not taking advantage of, would that be of interest to you? If I could pinpoint areas where you could create additional revenue streams that you're currently not even aware of, that are there just being waiting to exploit, would this be of value to you? Well, I'm guessing that if you like to grow your business and you don't like to have to spend more money risking marketing strategies that are currently unproven for you, I guess the answer would be yes. You would be open to that. So what I'd like to ask you to do, if that is of interest to you, is to comment underneath this video and say, send me more details. And what I'll do then is I will send you a quick message if we're not connected. And if we are connected, I'll just send you a quick message to say, hey, listen, fill out this form and I'll come back to you with some thoughts on what you need to do next. And this will really help you to get a real understanding of what is available to you in your business without having to exert more energy trying to figure out all the things that are going on that currently you're not aware of. So if this video has been valuable to you, I really hope it has been, then just leave a comment below. Feel free to share it with whoever you want and reach out to me if you'd like me to come and help you to do the same in your business and find untapped, underutilized, under-resourced opportunities that you can now exploit and fully capitalize on without having to take any risk. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been Luke Havard, and have a top day.